Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm here today with Diana Joy. She's the author of the book Looking Through the Eyes of the Unseen Child. And it is a huge honor to have you here today because you are just groundbreaking in the work that you do. Now, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're an advocate, and now you're an author. And we're going to have you share your story a little bit, but have created a foundation called the Unseen Child Foundation to really bring awareness into abuse that's happening in children and how they're coping with that and becoming a voice for these unseen children. You really are their voice.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you for somebody who's never seen you, doesn't know who you are. Who are you? Tell us about what the work you do.
Well, my story is that I was raised on the streets. My siblings and I'm just one of 6 siblings, and I went through sexual abuse, physical abuse, and emotional abuse. And through that, I developed a coping mechanism, and what it was and is multiple personality disorder.
Now, one of the things that's interesting when we first started talking is that I think myself, like most people, hear multiple personality disorder and you think it's a chemical, something you're born with, mental, almost like in a mental health field. And it's really not, which was surprising to
No,
me. This
it's
is
not.
something that you develop. And it's a result of trauma. She was I was learning from you, educational. But that there's this idea that every child develops coping mechanisms. And you talk about this one as a blessing, which is really a strange term to me. So what do you mean by that?
Well, for instance, one of my personalities is named Peter. My father used to keep me up nights listening to stories. He was an alcoholic and very abusive. And Peter was there as I sat in the chair and helped me get through those nights. And there was other personalities. Crystal helped me get through the sexual abuse. And different personalities carried me through those horrendous, horrendous days and nights.
So how does a child develop this? When you talk about being a mechanism, a coping mechanism, what does that mean?
Coping mechanism is, multiple personalities, it's from the very beginning of life. They're convinced that it's from the very beginning and especially within the first 6 years. After the first 6 years, it's a long process of understanding. And usually most people do not understand until they're adults that they're really living differently than anybody else.
Wow. So because it's just normal.
Oh, yeah. Like in book signings, I've had CEOs of huge corporations come up to me and say, Diana, I can't believe you're telling the world. I am a person with multiple personalities.
Wow. So a child is experiencing trauma and they're developing these personalities to be able to kind of almost compartmentalize the trauma and take themselves out of it.
Exactly.
And so obviously people deal with trauma in lots of different ways. Some go very, very destructive paths with alcoholism, suicide, drug abuse. And so you've used this as very positive past. I mean, that's amazing to be able to turn what somebody else would say, oh my gosh, what's something to struggle with, you've used in a positive way.
Yes, had it not been for those personalities, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Wow.
I wouldn't be sitting here with you. I wouldn't be able to help as many children as my husband and I have helped.
And one of the reasons we've talked about, and one of the reasons we brought Diana Joy on, is that going on this national book tour, you're working with Borders, going around the country, is that you are really kind of shedding light on, opening a door on a topic that people don't want to talk about,
No,
bringing
they don't.
awareness to it, which makes everybody uncomfortable. This is very groundbreaking. We're going to say she was here talking to us first, but you need sponsors. You need people who are going to help you get around the country so you can talk about this. I mean, I know you do a lot of child advocacy, been involved with hundreds of children in their lives through the foster care program, and now wanting, Hollywood's already contacted you about they are turning it into a motion picture, a major motion picture. What can we do to support you? I know you talk about sponsors, and initially most of us think big corporate sponsors, I'm not linked to a big company, I can't be involved, and that's not true. So
No,
how
that's
can
not true.
all of us be involved and support you? What are some things that you need?
Airplane tickets, extra mile points, hotel points, rental cars, anything, just to get me where I need to go.
And you're partnering with Susie.
With Susie McIntyre, Luxinger, and she will be doing the entertaining. Usually when I speak, I also have somebody traveling with me to entertain. So it works together.
Okay, so we've got you guys on opposite side of the country. We need to get you the same place to the same borders.
Time.
So how many of you watching have free flyer miles? You've got points for free hotel stays, points for free rental cars, something that you can help on a small scale. A lot of people doing a little bit to get you to these locations.
Yes.
Go to the website, theunseenchild.com.
Mm-hmm.
We have that listed here. Find out how you can get involved, how you can support Diana. One of the big things is going to your local borders and saying, please bring them in. We want this book here. I want to be able to buy this book. That's a great way to get you involved. And one of the things that's really amazing when you do your book signing, it's not just you sitting there signing, you speak.
I speak.
And anybody who is involved with children on any level, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a counselor, whether you're involved in your church or youth, there are thousands and thousands, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands of children that are going through abuse that you don't know, and the warning signs and what to look for. One of the things we had talked about is teachers go, oh, this is just a problem child. And it was really a cry for help. And so the educational part of your book signing, all of us need to be at so that we can be advocates for these children, not just you doing it on
For
your own.
education.
Yeah.
And I need you guys. I need help. I can't do it alone. My husband and I can no longer do it alone. So we need you, and we need you to help us get where we need to go.
Go to the website. You can see more videos, find out how to get involved. Thank you so much for being here. And just thank you for
welcome.
being willing to talk about something that so many people don't want to talk about, because it is hard. You're sharing your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's, even just writing that book, putting that on paper had to be pretty emotional.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can write the book, we can certainly find you some plane tickets.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time.